Sack Life, beat depression. It's day 740, and we're back for more with another somatic healing session to wipe out depression. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. Now, anyone who's tuning in later, as you guys know, it's a martial arts for mental health show, and every day we tune in to those multiple free mental health tools that we all have available to us to empower us to fight forwards in this battle for better mental health. So the first powerful mental health tool that we talk about is that gratitude tool. And I want to shout out gratitude first and foremost to everybody tuned in right now. Let's give a shout to anyone in at the moment. Master Checo's in the studio. Aunt Kathy, love you, Kath. Thank you for being here. Tuning in all the way from Florida. Appreciate that family support. Luka, thank you for tuning in from Canada. Appreciate you, buddy, out there getting in that progress and success. Lisa the Luminary, joining us, staying consistent like a rock, being an inspiration out there. Shout out to Mad with Hats as well. Thank you guys and girls so much for supporting the cause. You're all part of my gratitude section today. I also want to shout out Sunny Florida says hi, hey, and hey back to you. Well, I hope I can get out there at some point soon to raise awareness and build some free mental health care for others as well in the near future. Stay tuned for that. When we get the bus back on the road, be hitting up the East Coast, West Coast, get it all done out there. Shout out as well to This Kid Is Lucky, California Bill, Billy the Savage, man of many names and many talents. Check him out when you get a chance. And more gratitude today, right? The cool thing about the gratitude tool is the more you use it, the easier it becomes to use. The easier it is to find things to be grateful for. And then slowly but surely, it changes your mindset from instead of being a negative focus, which is kind of our natural tendency to be negative focused, right? We're looking for danger. We're looking to stay alert. It's part of that old school animal instinct to keep us safe. And a lot of that is unnecessary now. So in order to retune the brain and take a more positive outlook, look for those silver linings and those things to be grateful for, all we have to do is practice that gratitude tool. Even just asking the question to ourselves can help rewire the brain to give it a more naturally positive outlook in life. UCLA, I believe, was a study that showed that to be true. So check it out. Always please do fact check me as well. So continuing on with more gratitude before we get into today's lesson, also want to shout out gratitude to Master Checo for joining in on the 10 Kick Challenge to support kids with pediatric cancer and other illnesses out there, being hosted by Century Martial Arts. So gratitude to Century Martial Arts. Gratitude to the nonprofit organization Kids Kick Cancer. I want to shout out gratitude to those guys as well for all that they're doing for others, for making it about a bigger purpose and really helping improve their environment, improve the lives of others with their platform. So thank you to all of those people out there. You're all part of my gratitude, along with Slayer Ken. Thanks for being here. Again, staying consistent, putting in that progress. And that's going to be all of my gratitude section for today. And I'm feeling very grateful. I feel good about it. And go ahead and think about your piece of gratitude for the day. That'll help put you in that positive mindset so we can move into today's lesson in the right headspace. And Mad with Hat said, grateful to catch the sessions. I do miss so many. Peace, everyone. I appreciate that, brother. Yeah, and remember, it's not about, it is about consistency and dedication. And the more consistent and dedicated we are, the more powerful this number can be. But even if we miss a day, we never lose track of how much progress we've made. We never lose any proof of how strong and how much endurance we've had over the amount of days that we put that work in, right? This is our track record of progress and success. So that number's never going to go down. It's only going to build larger and larger the more you keep track of it. It's been 740 days of consecutive progress for me. The Sack Man lets me know that I can overcome those lies that depression will try and sell me. I can overcome that victim mindset that depression will try and sell me, because I have proof that I am stronger. And that's what that number can do for you guys too. Please do keep track of it. Let it be your proof of your true strength so you can give yourself proper credit where credit is due. Shout out to Slayer Ken for sharing that number. Shout out to Brett, aka Soul, for being here. Slayer Ken coming in at 348 days. Crushing it, brother. Almost a year of progress out there. Good stuff. Luka said, I'm grateful for every time you help me feel calmer and better. I'm grateful to be a part of that process, buddy. I'm really glad I can have a positive impact on you and others out there. Lisa Luminary sharing gratitude today that Luka got his math homework finished. I appreciate that. Also, Lisa sharing her progress at day 440. Crushing it. Over a year of progress out there. Non-stop, consecutive, goal crushing. I appreciate that. Thank you for sharing that number as well. Slayer Ken supporting the group. And and appreciate all of you. So we talked about gratitude. We talked about the progress tracking tool, which can empower you. Now let's get into the lesson. As you know, I mentioned that gratitude in that gratitude section today. Century Martial Arts, the home of Bob's hometown, and Kids Kick Cancer. They're doing this 10-kick challenge. We're gonna keep trying to promote it because it's such a good cause. It's a way we can get a workout in for ourselves. We can help others. We can help so many people at the same time. So today we're going to talk about some more kicks which can prepare you for the 10-kick challenge. Today we're going to talk about a little more of the technical side of kicks. So intensity might come down a little bit, but we're going to mix it up with some fundamentals. We'll still be throwing those hands, jabs and crosses. We'll still be throwing some straight teeps in there that are pretty easy to follow. So I hope that you guys have an all right time at home following along. Remember, our goal here is to challenge ourselves for the day. And that challenge is going to be individual to us. You want to tune into the moment, see how you're feeling. Did you get enough sleep? Are you hydrated? Are you well rested? Are you feeling good? Do you have energy? Can you put out a lot of output? If so, ramp that intensity up as long as it's giving you a challenge. If you're feeling down, you didn't get enough sleep, maybe you partied super hard last night, you're going to have to drop that intensity. As long as you're still presenting yourself with a challenge, you can continue to grow and continue to give yourself credit for that progress and success. So dial that intensity in to where you need it, and that way you will be fully prepared for a continuous growth program. That's what it's all about, staying continuous, continuing to build. So we're going to talk about that standard teep. We're also getting some technical kicks, and I think 2 technical kicks we're going to talk about today. One is a fake, a round fake, and switching it over, bang, and turning it into a teep. So what that's going to do to our opponent is going to force them to take their guard up, but in the wrong direction, because we're not going to follow through with the round. Instead, we're going to fake the round from our square Muay Thai stance. We're going to step off the line, just like we did for a roundhouse kick. We're going to reach across the face, just like a roundhouse kick. We're going to start to turn the hip, but instead of following through with that hip turn, we just want to bring the leg up to fake them and cause them to bring that guard up to defend. Once that guard is up on the side from our opponent, that means their center line is going to be open. So what we're going to do is bring that leg up and then quickly change directions with it and drive through the hip, bomb, and finish it with a nice powerful teep down that center line. You can go for center mass, solar plexus if you want to do damage, center mass, knock them off balance, groin if you want to fight dirty, even lower if you don't have the flexibility and you just want to get that range of motion started out there. So that's one. That's our fake to teep. And then the other one, the other technical kick we're going to talk about is called an oblique kick. And when we do an oblique kick, it's very similar to a teep. So the way we would fire a lead teep, which we'll be practicing as well in this round, is we bring that lead teep, that lead leg up on one plane, right? Bring it up. Think about it as one unit. It's not a chambered kick like a taekwondo or karate kick. In Muay Thai, we bring that leg up like one unit, generate that power from the hips, right? And we drive through those hips, driving those hips forwards, letting the shoulders come back, keeping the chin tucked, right? Whoosh, there's your standard teep. Now what we want to do for the oblique kick is, it's kind of a dirty move. It's something probably you don't want to practice with your friends in sparring. Maybe in competition you do it, but it's not necessarily advisable. Might be something in a street situation that you could use to really take down their mobility. And our target is going to be the kneecap of our opponent. And we want to hit the kneecap on the side to kind of displace it, really causing injury. So this is very injury prone for the person receiving it. So don't do this to your friends. Don't do it hard for sure. Practice it on a bag. Practice it on a bob with legs. Those exist. Check out the versus bob. But what we're going to do here is we're going to be squared up with our opponent. And just like we do the lead teep, we're driving through the hip. We're chopping the hand. Here, we're going to change the angle and direction of that teep. And we're going to step in kind of an open base on that rear foot, turning the rear foot out to open up those hips a little bit. We're going to bring the foot up just like we would for a teep, bringing the hips in. But instead of firing straight, we're going to fire at a diagonal angle across the inside, whoosh, to that opposite kneecap. Whoosh, pushing with the ball of the foot, curling those toes back. And really, again, driving through the hips, whoosh, but on an angle. So since that foot is going on a diagonal angle, we want to chop the arm on a diagonal angle as well. Boom. Really drive those hips into it. We can make it even more powerful, even more effective if we sink on that back foot and really sit, whoosh, sit on that strike, right? Whoosh, boom, driving through the hips, chopping at an angle, sinking on that rear leg, really putting all our body weight behind it, right into that single focus point. The ball of the foot, knocking that kneecap out of place. So those are our two super technical kicks we're going to talk about. We'll break them down as we go. The fake, whoos, to teep, and then the oblique kick, boom, bang, oblique kick, right? That diagonal shot to the kneecap. And then in between that, we'll have our standard jabs and crosses, keeping the guard high, as we go through our rounds. And we'll have our standard teep sparring as well. So that'll prepare you for the 10 kick challenge. If you want to help raise awareness to children's pediatric cancer and other illnesses and help generate funds and help these kids have a road for progress ahead of them. I believe donations help, a single $10 donation helps provide a belt for a kid ranking up, finding those roads forwards in their life. So if you can, please do check out Kids Kick Cancer and Century Martial Arts. The links are in their bio. Niinacarita, shout out to Niinacarita, is also an official sponsor out there, so you can get the link to that bio for the fundraiser on her page as well. And let's check in on those comments. Do you have a favorite superhero? I'm not a favorite, man. I'm kind of a fan of all superheroes. I think they're good. I'm a fan of some supervillains too. Full disclosure. Shout out to Luka. He said, Superman here. Tim, can I give you hiya? Can you hiya that guy? I can hiya this guy anytime I want. That's what he's there for. And if you get a bob, you can hiya him anytime as well. But that's a full breakdown on the technicals for today. We're going to have our motivating music going. We're going to get right into it. Remember to visualize that target. Place those strikes just like you would in real life. If you're dealing with an opponent in real life, really focus on that technique. Focus on the body awareness and get yourself grounded into the moment through this movement. That's what makes it beneficial to mental health. We're grounding in to this moment where we're present and powerful of giving ourselves a challenge and growing through it, going forwards. So let's do that. Let's square up. I'm going to get the tunes going. Make sure you have water out there. Make sure you're breathing in the nose and out the mouth. Let's do it. Let's get it going. Bam. Metal beat coming at you today from Spotify on sacklifefish.com. If you want to check out that training music, let me know what you think. Worked pretty hard on it. Hopefully we can use it to raise awareness. And right there. All right. So go ahead and visualize that opponent. Assign it the word that you want to work on. If it's depression or anxiety, make it the depression dummy so that you can consciously acknowledge what we are actively doing every day, which is knocking out those lies, knocking out that debilitation. Let's do it. Square up with the target. Squared hips, squared shoulders. Muay Thai stance here. Bring the fists up to the brow line. Close the fingers. Tuck the thumbs. Guard high. We're going to shift that weight forwards and backwards. We're going to start with a lead teep here instead of our jabs and crosses. You guys and girls who have been here before, you know what it's about. Step forwards. Lead teep. Straight to center mass. And back to stance. Return to that balanced stance after each one. Step in for the lead teep. Boom, right down that center mass. Chopping the arm on the same side as the leg. Going forwards. Use those hips. Use that hip rotation, that hip movement to generate power. Lead teep. Boom, and back to stance. Visualize that opponent. Hit him in the center mass. Let's go, lead teep. Boom, and back. We want to make sure our knees are bent. Make sure we're nice and balanced. We're bringing that rear foot forwards. And bring that leg into the hips. Whoosh, and then drive through those hips. Center the hips forwards, shoulders go backwards, chin stays tucked. Nice lead teep, let's go. Whoosh, there it is, back to stance. Exhale hard on that strike and follow through with the hips. Bringing the foot back to your balanced stance after each attack or combo. Let's go, lead teep. Stab it forwards and bring it back. Chin tuck, guard high on the opposite side at all times. Lead teep. And back to stance, hit him with the 1-2. Down the pipe, back to stance. Turn those fists on the shots. 1-2. Lead teep. 1-2. Lead teep. 1-2. Lead teep. And we're gonna start talking about that oblique kick now. So instead of the lead teep, let's fire lead teep first. Boom, right there. Now we're gonna use kind of the same mechanics here. But we're gonna take that lead leg and aim for the opposing person's kneecap, trying to hit it on an angle. So go ahead and bring that leg up just about halfway and then drive it through, boom, on an angle into that kneecap. We can open up the hips a little bit by turning that rear foot out on the step. Bring the lead foot up, boom, boom, but not all the way. And now we're going to chop this arm and sink on it. Sink on that rear leg so you can put the body weight behind it as you push through the hip and target the knee with the ball of your foot. Remember, curl those toes back, target that knee, and back to stance. Hit them with the 1, 2. Lead teep. Lead teep again. And oblique kick. Boom, back to stance. Lead teep. Lead teep. Oblique kick. Boom, back to stance. Jab cross. Down that pipe, chin tuck. Visualize it. Keep those 1, 2s going. Keep that pace flowing. Move at your pace. Guard high, chin tuck. Keep it tight. Let's go. 1, 2. Turn those fists down over. Squeeze the thumb at the point of impact. Hit them with the knuckles. Lead teep. Boom. Oblique kick. And back to stance. That is the end of round 1. Catch your breath. Drink some water. And check in on the comments. Make sure you're giving yourself a challenge and watching out for those signs of overreaching. Lightheadedness, dizziness, nauseousness, all signs you're pushing too hard. I want to dial that intensity back. We want sustainable growth, so we got to train smart, not too hard. All right. Woo! Shout out to Claire for joining from Bases Can Be Scared. Claire, if you're doing this at home, remember, it's about challenging you to you, so you don't have to go with high intensity. You can slow down those movements, just work on the balance and work on the form. That way you can train your body, you can train that muscle memory, empower yourself with those tools. We got 8 seconds. We're going to get into the next session where we'll start feinting with that roundhouse kick. Not the type of feint you're thinking of. We're talking about a fake here. It's also called a feint. Here we go. Square up with that dummy. Hit him with the 1, 2 in the face. 1, 2 the face. Down that center line. Remember, return to that balanced square position. Hips and shoulders square. Chin tucked. Guard high. 1, 2. 1, 2. Small step forwards on the jab. Toss on the jab. Twist through for the cross. Keep the balance tight. Chin tucked will help. Keep going. Guard high. Exhale through those strikes. And now we're going to talk about faking the round. So to fake the round from our balanced Muay Thai stance, we're going to step off that front line just like we do for a normal roundhouse kick. Reach across the face for that counterbalance that we would normally use for the roundhouse. And from here, this is signaling we're giving that tell on purpose to cause that opponent to bring their guard up in the wrong direction. We're going to signal with one more thing. We're going to turn that hip over like we're going for a roundhouse kick. We're bringing that leg up to the side, but then quickly we're going to change direction and then drive it through. Boom! Drive it through to finish up like a rear teep kick. So let's practice that rear teep kick. It's kind of 2 kicks come together in one. Rear teep kick. We step forwards on that lead foot. We swing that rear leg through the back and drive. Whoosh, drive through the front into center mass. For this fake, very similar here. Guard high, step off the line, signaling with the hand, bring the leg up, and then turn. Change the angle, drive it through. Boom, through the center line. Keep that guard high, keep using the hand as a counterbalance. Let's go for a rear teep, a nice straight rear teep here. Boom, back to stance, and now we're going to fake the round. Step off the line, reach across the face, signal with the leg to the side, and then change angles, whoosh, and drive through those hips right down the center line, turn it into a teep. Let's do it again. Rear teep here. Boom, straight forwards, keeping the balance. Remember that hip rotation and shoulder rotation balance. Rear teep. Boom, back to stance. Rear teep. Back to stance. Now we're going to fake the round. Stepping off the line, signaling with the hand. We're going to bring the leg up on a horizontal plane, right? Looking like it's going to be a roundhouse kick. And then we're going to change angles. Bring that foot into the center line and swing, doosh, chopping through center line for that center teep where they're defenseless. Let's go. Signal the roundhouse kick with the hand, the step, and the leg up, and then change it, bringing the knee into the center line. We're chopping straight down, boom, driving it down that center line, and then we're back to stance. Square up, hit him with the 1, 2, rear teep, lead teep, fake the round, right, and change it, bang, down the center line for that fake to teep technical kick there. Something you can use if your skill level is advanced. If not, if you're having a lot of trouble with this, stick to the fundamentals, stick to those basics. Jab and cross, use the teeps, so nice and easy. Not too many moving parts on just a standard teep kick. You gotta find where you can grow, where you can challenge yourself. And remember, volume, pace, speed, energy behind those strikes. Those are all things you can moderate out there to your own level, so you can give yourself a challenge. Claire's going to bed now. She says bye, au revoir, everybody. Au revoir, Claire. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate your support, even if it's momentary. Time is all we have, so we gotta live in those moments, enjoy those moments. Thank you, Claire, for being an inspiration out there, showing up, fighting forwards, battling through chemo herself. I want to shout out gratitude to Claire. She's part of the people, the group of children we're helping out there with the 10 Kick Challenge. So let's get back into it. Square up with that visualized target. Visualize that depression dummy, full form, right? We're going to use all our tools here now that we just learned. Step in for the jab, pop, rotate for the cross, and then back to stance. Step in for the jab, pop, rotate for the cross, back to stance, lead teep, down that center line, rear teep, down that center line, keep the guard high, return to balance, lead teep, down that center, rear teep, down that center, oblique kick, boom, to the kneecap. Now let's fake that roundhouse, stepping off the line, reach across, signal with the leg, and then redirect it, boom, drive it down that center line, and back to stance, lead teep, rear teep, lead oblique kick, boom, right there. Now signal for that fake, right? We're gonna bring the leg up, and we're gonna change angles, bring it back in, drive it down the center line, guard high, back to stance, hit him with the 1-2, pop, pop, down the center line, chin tuck, 1-2, pop, pop, turn those fists over, squeeze at the point of impact, visualize that opponent, visualize knocking those lies out of that depression dummy's face, keep going, work for you at your pace, let's go, twist on the ball of each foot, as you strike that opponent, use that science, sweet science, use those angles, guard high, chin tuck, shoulders rolled, let's go, into the teeps, lead teep, rear teep, oblique kick, and fake the round, up, and then, ooh, follow through with that, teep to center mass, back to stance, jab, cross, boom, keep it going, jab, cross, lead teep, rear teep, oblique kick, boom, and fake for that round, fake, bring it up to, bring their guard up, change angle, drive it through, boom, chop that arm back to stance, 1-2, lead teep, rear teep, oblique kick, and fake the round, switch it to a teep, boom, back to stance, guard high, keep it going, 1-2, lead teep, rear teep, oblique kick, and fake the round, switch it to the teep, boom, back into stance, guard high, visualize that dummy, 1-2 to the head, keep going, you can double them up, 4 hits, to the head, drive those fists, let's go, exhale on those strikes, lead teep, rear teep, oblique kick, fake the round, boom, back to stance, lead teep, rear teep, oblique kick, and fake the round. Oh, that is it for round 3. Felt good. Man, so good. Man, I hope that you guys have found room to grow, have found room to challenge yourself and make that improvement, whether it's in the volume of training that you're doing, the time of training you're giving yourself, the intensity of that training, or in the skill sets themselves that you are learning that are empowering you with different defensive and offensive tools that you can use to keep yourself prepared out there in life. I hope that you are giving yourself that challenge. That way you can find a way to grow. If you're feeling benefits from this class or you're having a good experience, please do share it with the world. It's one of the best ways we can help each other, not by force, but by inspiring, by motivating others and showing each other that we can find a way forward. We can find a way to be happy. We can find a way to overcome things that maybe we didn't even know existed before. Before I hit the heavy bag, Had no idea what effect it was going to have on my life. Before I started training, I had no idea what effect it was going to have on my life, but it allowed me to come off of medication and out of therapy and move forward to create and share this progress with the world in a way that's mutually beneficial for everybody involved. So please do share that experience if you can, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. I'm going to get my bonus round in out there somewhere. Until next time, I'll catch you guys same sack time, same sack channel, same sack life. Sack man out. Woo!